'Cause it's just loose lips. I chat better than I sing, so go ahead and enjoy.
Just going to go. So, got a passport. That school director of mine gave me 100 Hong Kong dollars because you couldn't get Hong Kong dollars or Macau patakas in the banks here in such short notice. And he said, when you get to the airport in Hong Kong, you got to get a bus that's going to get you to take it to the ferry terminal to take it to Macau. And I said, well, okay then. So off I went. Cheerio, people. I had a suitcase with 23 kilos. And off I went. And when I got to, so I did the trip, blah, 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 blah. Get to the ferry terminal. I don't know if anybody knows in Macau, the ferry terminal. So I get there and I see this high-rising building and I'm thinking, how the hell am I going to get onto this ferry? How am I going to get to a ferry, right? So this Chinese gentleman comes up to me and he says to me, you look a little bit lost. And I said, well, yes, I need to get this ferry to Macau. And I don't know how. And he says, oh, just come with me, I'll show you. And I just went with him. God knows how I just went, because every time I'd say this story to somebody, they go, Sophia, what if he was like a triad lord, of what I said, well, he looked friendly enough. So he carried my suitcase up this flight of stairs and showed me where the ferry was. And I said goodbye and off I went to Macau. And I went with a 1-year contract and I was going to leave after a year. And then I thought, well, I nearly left. I booked a farewell party. And then my boss said to me, why are you leaving? I said, oh, because I'm bored and I want to go and do my top-up degree in Portugal, and because that's what everybody's doing. And she said, well, if you stay, because you've helped me write the degree here anyway, so why don't you do the degree here and I'll up your salary and you can do whatever you want here. So I thought, well, I am the secretary of the rugby club anyway, and I can't leave now. And I phoned my dad and I said, Dad, what do I do? Because I've got this job lined up in Portugal. I'm going to go study. What do I do? And I've reserved my flight. My farewell party's booked. And he said, what does your heart tell you to do? I said, Dad, my heart tells me to stay. So he said, okay, stay. So I stayed, and I stayed until 2000. And so Macau was, oh my God. You need a whole podcast for me to give you stories about Hong Kong and Bangkok and Cebu in the Philippines. And what can I say? There was no Facebook, there was no Instagram, there was no Twitter. So I got away with a few things, except I've got a photograph somewhere. I went to a Chippendale show in Hong Kong, and somehow I made the front cover. Oh, God, oh, hang on, I might have it here. I made the front cover of the Sunday newspaper in Hong Kong because they caught me. They caught me. And I was just thinking, bloody hell, a girl can't even go to a Chippendale show. Look, but it gets worse because then the Portuguese newspaper of Macau kind of got it and they published it. You see?
Yeah.
And the title is, Do You Know Her? And the answer is, yes, of course you do. It's Sofia. Because there was only one nightclub in Macau and 3 bars. And of course I knew them all for research purposes only. So that was my time. So then I left Macau with a lot of tears and a fabulous party and a lot of friends in my heart who I still carry with me dearly.
'Cause it's just loose lips.